A record number of Americans are set to hit the roads or catch a flight over the Memorial Day weekend. AAA projects 45.1 million people will travel at least 50 miles from home during the holiday period, which is between May 22nd and May 26th. That's 1.4 million more travelers than last year. So for some last-minute travel tips and a look ahead to the summer travel season, Clint Henderson joins us now. He's a senior news editor of the travel website The Points Guy. Clint, so glad to have you here. So this is not me. It's never been me. It never will be me. But for our spontaneous friends out there who might want to book a last-minute trip, what's your advice?
Okay, so my favorite tool is a little tool no one knows about called Google Flights Explorer. You put in your home airport, it gives you an interactive map. It shows you anywhere in the world you want to go, what the cheapest destinations are, or in your own backyard. So whether that's a trip to Florida or it's a trip to Australia, it's going to show you the cheap cities you can book even last minute.
And you were talking about points and miles too, right? What are some of the advantages of using those?
So a lot of times airlines will not let you book business class seats, for example, until a day or even 2 days before the trip. So all of a sudden, they haven't sold those seats. They're going to suddenly make them available to the general public because they don't want the plane to go out empty, and they might as well burn some points and miles. So all of a sudden that availability opens up last minute. That's how people fly things like Lufthansa first class and things like that. But if you're spontaneous and brave, you can find some amazing deals using points and miles last minute.
Neither adjectives have ever been used to describe me. But how are summer flights looking this year compared to previous summers?
So this is the best news. Despite the economic headwinds, maybe because of it, we're actually seeing prices drop for the first time in about 5 years. So domestic flights, especially cities like Las Vegas and Orlando that have not been on sale at all, San Francisco, Chicago, Miami, which has been so extraordinarily expensive, we're seeing prices down 13% year over year for domestic flights and some 5% for international. But I will tell you routinely now, I see under $500 round trip flights to Europe for the peak summer dates on airlines like American, Delta, British Airways, airlines that don't usually mark down flights. It's usually $1,200 to start in coach.
And what are some of the international destinations, and do we know why? I mean, you said maybe because of the economic headwinds. Do we have any other reasons why things might be down?
So what's happened is airlines are back to normal capacity. So they're now matched to the capacity they had pre-pandemic. So they have bigger planes flying more routes, more seats available. Combine that with a slight lessening in demand, and it's a recipe for lower prices, and that's essentially what's happened. We've been surveying people with the Harris poll at the Points Guy, and we found there's just as much interest in travel, but there's more seats available. And so any kind of economic headwinds, any kind of nervousness, you start to see the airlines say, we're not selling quite as many seats. So let's throw some scraps out for the people.
I'll take those scraps. What other tips do you have for travelers who want to save a buck on their summer travels?
One of my favorite hacks not everyone knows about is vacation packages. So all the airlines have vacation packages. You book flight, hotel, car rental, even activities in a bundle, save up to 40%. I've had some amazing adventures around the world at luxury hotels because you're combining and they're giving you a deal. I find some airlines are better than others. American Airlines vacations, great discounts. Delta, not so much, but you can still find deals.
Okay, I've heard about that. I've never tried it myself. Clint Henderson, happy summer travel season.
Yay.
Thanks so much for being here.